Go ahead.
All right, good morning. My name is Michael Todd, and I'm in my workshop, and I'm going to show you how to make buoy anchors for the head of the Charles Regatta. And we start with this piece of PVC. This, I know that Sherry Proctor experimented with a lot of different diameters and sizes and weights when he started this, and he finally settled on this 2.5-inch PVC Schedule 40 pipe, cut in 9.5-inch lengths. So what we have here is a jig set up on this crosscut saw that stopped at exactly 9.25 inches. So the ear plugs on. That gives us our 9.5-inch height. Then the next step is we've got to prepare this to fill it with concrete. So we will adjourn and move over to the next table.
Go ahead.
So the next step, once we've cut this to length, is you go down to the building supply store. One thing about this 2.5-inch PVC, it's not a common size. If you want to buy this, you're going to have to go to a regular place like FW Webb, which sells industrial PVC, and it comes in 40-foot lengths. They'll have to cut it for you so you can get it on the car to take it home, and out of one 20-foot length, you'll get 26 of these buoys from each 20-foot piece. Okay, so the next step is to go down to the building supply place and buy a 6-inch roll of this ice and water shield, which is also called bitchethane, and you cut it into 3-inch squares. And then you peel off the 3-inch square and you stick it on the bottom of the cylinder, and you are then ready to mix our cement and fill it with this compacting tool. Okay, so we're going to adjourn for a moment and mix the cement. Oh, before we do that, we have to put a bale in the top. These are stainless steel bales that are purchased from HOCR. They're about $2.39 a piece. And before we put them into the cement, we have to just peen the ends of the threads over so that when you put the vibrating tool on, they don't vibrate off into the cement, because their ultimate resting place is going to be in the top of the buoy when it's filled with cement, and the stick holds the height just so that when you put it in the crate, it will nest properly and not stick up too high. Okay, so the next step in this game is going to be mixing the cement and turning on the vibrator machine and start filling these cylinders. So now we have mixed up our Saccharete mortar mix, 40-pound bags, about 2.5 quarts of water. You want to mix a little on the wet side, and we've mixed that up here, and we're going to trowel it into the cylinder while the agitator is running. What this is simply an electric motor in which we've strapped a little bit of ballast on the pulley so that it vibrates. And then underneath are just some coil springs which allow the vibration to be transferred to the tray, upon which we're going to set this as we trowel it in, and that vibration causes the cement to settle. To add additional ballast to the buoys, we're going to throw in these slugs, which I got from the machine shop. They come in, when you go to the machine shop and you want slugs, you're going to get whatever shaped part they have. It doesn't really matter because it's all going in the concrete. So we have enough left to put in approximately 4 slugs in each cylinder. And then finally, the bale will go on the top. So, it's going to get kind of loud, but we'll turn this on and start troweling concrete. Get about half full. Throw in some slugs. soon as it's settled, take it off. Set it down there to cure and you're done. Let me know when we're ready. Okay, so we've just mixed up one bag of sacrete and we got about 14 buoys, 14 anchors out of that. And that's using these 4 slugs to load each anchor. So now what we're going to do is mix up the second batch of sacrete, and we use a regular mortar mix with very little granular material in it. You don't want straight concrete because it's got too big aggregate in it. The mortar mix works fine for that, and it takes, as I said, between 2.5 and 3.5 quarts of water for a 40-pound bag. So we're going to mix that second bag and finish that. It took us about, like I said, 20 minutes to do 14 buoys. So that's just a rough rule of thumb. And that's 2 guys working. It works really well with 2 people.